What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the SB Toys YouTube channel. This your boy SB. If you haven't already, check out some of the other videos on the channel. Like, comment on them, share them with your friends. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're watching on the computer, there's the icon there in the lower right hand corner you can click on. I know they have embedded. Or at the end of the video, if you stay tuned, I have a subscribe button you can click on as well. And you'll be able to subscribe to the channel and stay up to date. Now, I'm very excited today to do this review. As many of you know, especially if you collect the Marvel Legends figures, there is a lot of excitement over a lot of the current Marvel Legends that's about to drop, especially the X-Men line. And so even though it really haven't hit stores yet, well, not a lot of retail stores, and I'll get into more details on that later, people have been putting in their pre-orders. Some folks have got them in already. Some people still waiting for their pre-orders like I am. And some people have went ahead and hit the eBay market, which I ended up having to do with this figure here, which I'm very excited to review today. I was hoping I would be able to get in early on the wave of other people as far as being able to review these new Marvel Legends figures from this wave, but I guess I came up a little short. But I do have here the Hasbro 2016 Marvel Legends Rogue. She is from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure series. And they just dropped, matter of fact, this month, beginning of this month. And looks like they're going to be hitting retail stores around August. Probably the beginning of August or mid-August. So we'll be out staying tuned for that. Right now, you can get them online or do some eBay search and see if you can find them that way. So we'll get in more detail about acquiring them. But in full detail so far, I was able to get a Rogue figure. This was one of the figures I definitely was excited about getting from the wave. As you all know, there already has been a Marvel Legends Rogue figure produced by Toy Biz. And I won't go into much detail about the criticism over that figure. If you want to hear more about that, I have a blog that you can watch or listen to, and I go into more detail about the Toy Biz Rogue and a few things about that. So anyway, we're looking at the Hasbro Rogue. This just came out, and we're gonna go get my opinion on it for those who may want to check out some more video reviews just to get an idea of what people are saying about these figures, see if they're living up to the hype. We're about to find out just that. I happened to get this Rogue figure here loose, so that's why I wasn't able to give you a in-box presentation or anything like that. It would have been nice to, but I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there you've already seen where they give you the presentation of how the box looks and stuff. Of course, they have information on her bio and stuff, and other figures in the wave that you can purchase. So I don't think that will play too much into the review. The key thing is this figure here. And let me tell you, when I first saw the pictures of the figure, even before the line was fully announced, I already knew I wanted this figure here. So when I got it, it definitely has lived up to the hype. I am impressed with it so far. And there are a few little minor flaws and things, and we'll get into that later. First things first, she does come with an extra hand. She has her bare hand, which is used, if you're familiar with the comics or the cartoon, she absorbs power with it. And all you just do is pop off the gloved hand, and then you take her little glove cuff accent. You just put in the other right hand here. Now she has her bare hand. And as I always say with these videos, when you have these Marvel Legends figures here, or other figures where you have interchangeable parts, always just carefully make sure that you ease out or ease back in the parts. Don't force them out quickly or yank them out aggressively. You don't want to break your figure and then be stuck with a broken figure and trying to find replacement parts. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have any luck. So always keep that in mind. Now let's get into the size. If we measure her, She's just a little under 6 1/4. Standing about, yeah, that's about right. 6 1/4. Standard Marvel Legends size. A little taller than some of the other Marvel Legends female figures out there. Definitely nice sculpt and everything. Let's get into the articulation. First things first, her left and right. She can turn her head over a little bit, side to side. She has the hair sculpting, so it limits her to doing a full 360, or like I always say, the exorcism turn. But she does got, looks like a little side to side tilt pivots you can do as well. Tilting her head forward, she's got a little bit of forward tilt motion, and coming back it's even more limited again due to the hair sculpting. Let's get to her arm here. She has your normal shoulder swivel here. You can do to extend it sideways. And also going forward, you can do a full 360 turn here. She doesn't have any bicep rotation, but if you come here at the elbow, she does have elbow swivel, which substitute, but she only has single jointed elbow. Also, if you get down to her wrist, she has your wrist swivel, standard wrist swivel. You can tilt it up, tilt it down, spin it. If we get to her torso here, she has, up in her bust area, she's got a little articulation here. You can swivel her around. Not too much as far as a forward tilt. She has a little more back tilt range. So that's good as far as the articulation there in the midsection. Get down to the legs here. She has the ball jointed. You extend out, not too far as the range where you can extend out to the side. If you turn her to the sideways, she's got a lot of forward motion when moving forward her leg. Going back is limited as well. So not too much to work with as far as going sideways or going back. Now she does have thigh swivel articulation. So you can turn her thighs to the side. Down here, double jointed knee articulation. And you got your, of course, ankle pivoting forward and back, and then you can do your swiveling with the ankle here. So all in all, as with Marvel Legends, usually a nice range of articulation. She is limited as far as when it comes to the shoulder. She doesn't have the bicep swivel. Of course, they, I guess, compensated with the elbow swivel. Head motion is a little limited due to the hair sculpting, but you still can do some form of posing and have her head positioned in certain angles if you want to. You still have options with that. So, like I said, I'm very impressed with this figure. A couple of things to point out. I don't really notice it on my figure. I know some people have said as far as the paint application, especially with the eyes, they seem to be spread a little far apart for some people's taste. Mine, I don't really notice it that much. Maybe it's just me. I do like the head sculpt on it. That's one of the big things I like about it. Of course, the whole build and all. A nice build to her. It definitely, like I said, there's already a Toy Biz version on. And they dropped the ball a lot in a lot of areas. Definitely the face and the body sculpt. And it looks like Hasbro made sure they corrected those and got them right. So that's a good thing. Another thing here, be mindful of, plenty of people have pointed out, here where it's supposed to be her boot accent, they have these little pieces here that are movable. So when posing, be careful, sometimes that may come loose. But for me, I haven't really had too much of a problem. I just push them in place and they sit there pretty well. She got the lower band as well, you can move up and down. And once I push that, it's in a tight place and I don't really have that much problem with it moving all out the way. Of course, she's got her belt here too, which is kind of loose. So sometimes that can get a little out of position, but it hasn't really been a big bother either. So overall, I am impressed with this Rogue figure. It is definitely something I was waiting for and was worth the wait. Oh yeah, and for all you booty lovers out there, Rogue does have some badunkadunk. Anyway, I'm mad like I ain't say that. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention this Rogue also believe is sculpted, uses the same sculpt as the Hasbro Miss Marvel figure. For those of you who are familiar with that figure, they both use the same body sculpt. So that about wraps it up for the review. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, I am definitely impressed with this figure. This figure definitely came out at the right time. As I mentioned before in my other blog about the Rogue, Toy Biz Rogue, I was looking at that figure for a while. Well, I had started looking at that figure when I wanted to get a Rogue figure. And I wasn't really too keen on that one. And then when I saw this one and heard about this one dropping, I was instantly hooked and knew what the better option was, like a lot of people. Anyway, now as far as getting this figure, if you're looking to get a Rogue figure as well, if you have patience, they should be hitting stores soon. I'm hearing rumors of around August the 10th. Of course, also I've been noticing that people have been going to Walgreens stores in certain regions and finding them as well. So I believe California market. If you're in that market, you may want to try to see if you can walk into a Walgreens and get lucky and find you some. Or hopefully, if you're like me and you decided you was so-called being smart and doing a pre-order for all your X-Men figures so you wouldn't have to worry about trying to make sure you could find some, but still waiting, hopefully you'll get yours in soon too. But if you're like me and you specifically have a figure you want from this wave, sort of like how I did with the Rogue, you can go ahead and hit the eBay market. There are figures from the wave out there now that you can buy from eBay. Now, be warned, you're not going to be paying the price you would pay if you was to find it in the retail stores. Folks have got their pre-orders in and bought multiple boxes, and they're taking these figures and they're making some nice profits on them. They're elevating the price a little bit, so you're definitely going to have to come out a little more to have this sooner than you were aimed to have. Put it like that. Anyway, I do recommend this figure. If you don't have a Rogue already, go ahead and get this one. This is definitely the better option to roll with. If you do have the Toy Biz Rogue, I'd still get this one as well. This is a much better improvement. That's no debate really there about that. But with that being said, hope you enjoyed the review. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Like this video, share it with other friends, comment on it. For those of you who've also lucked up and acquired some of the X-Men from the new Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave, you can comment as well. Let people know where you got yours from, or how you went about getting yours, or what site you went to. People want to hear from you. I want to hear from you as well. So go ahead and do that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. As I mentioned before, I got videos up and I'm constantly updating the channel, so you want to stay tuned and don't miss that. Anyway, for all you out there, hope you enjoyed the review. Y'all be easy. I'm out.